Bro, back more, sir. Aniki Tapanek Amon. Today we are reading Lightning from the East. Let's get started. We're gonna pick up off from when Prodigy was talking. Alright. After that, interview with Kansu Amun Men Ray, Nation of Nubia, Nuabu. Nation of Nuabu. I'll show you that real quick. Pause it to see the rest of it because I am not gonna be here to sit and, that's just because I know y'all can pause it. Just because y'all can pause it, I'm going to remind y'all to pause it every time. As much as I can. Alright, here we go. Greetings, Brother Kansu. I'm Amun Menray. How are you today? I'm good, brother. We're talking today about details pertaining to the master teacher, Dr. Malakazi York, in the forthcoming book that we the Yoruba Nation have coming out soon, entitled Lightning from the East, The Rise and Continuous Rise of Dr. Malakazi York. First of all, how did you discover the teachings of Dr. Malakazi York's? That's a good question. I'm currently 33 now, and I started studying the teaching since I was about 16. So over 15 years now. So basically around the year 2000 is when I really began studying a lot. That's a decent amount of time because we've seen brother who try to make a stand like yourself and get accustomed to being fake Nubians, you know. That's right. That's right. There's been a lot of backlash from people like Chuck Morgan and Tar Nooney. Ha ha ha. I can't laugh like him. Ha 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 ha. Okay, we'll come back to that. Let's just have a little more background information on yourself and what made you choose the name Kansu Amunminre, because that's a powerful name. Yeah, I was actually given a name by elder brother Desaru Shakran. This brother basically, he was an elder. He was one that really sharpened my skills even after I started studying. He was the one that really made me focus on teaching. My teaching on my teachings. On my teachings, skills, stuff like that. And at the time I had not received a name yet. And so studying under the elder for a while and getting to know him and him getting to know me, he blessed me with the name, which is totally which is total translation is Kansu Amunre, would be the course of Kansu, who is a deity of an ancient Kemet, ancient Tamare, and his name means to travel or to traverse, the one who traverses. So, the total breakdown of my name will be faith and devoted traveler who holds the mysteries of Ray. I'm thankful for the name because, as you know, in Tamare teachings, there is power in the name. So you need a name that links you to your ancestors. I watched Naruto yesterday. Sorry, I just finished Naruto Shippuden. Just to let y'all know, I'm an anime fan for the most part. I like certain animes. I don't like all animes, but I like anime. Ooh, I'm cold. I'll put my hat on real quick. Pretty cold. It's pretty cold in here. My nose is cold. My head is cold. I'm stupid. I'm funny. Don't call yourself stupid, because then your subconscious mind will start to agree to it and be like, okay, yeah, I'm stupid. I'm not stupid. I'm very intelligent. And I know what time it is. And what tabernacle or city were you affiliated with? As in the study group. As in the study group. Well, I'm from Atlanta, Georgia originally, so the first class I ever went to was back in the day when Mental Hotep, and back when Buns Noble was back in the was back Noble Anthony Evans Buns Noble Anthony Evans, they were teaching downtown Auburn Avenue bookstore. Actually, it was all over Atlanta. After Doc transitioned down to South Atlanta and became the hub where everybody was coming to migrate, and it was and so I was thankful to be able to study up under these elders. They were the first people whose class I went to. Mental Hotep is a triad. It was Mental Hotep, Hadu Hotep, and Consul Hotep, which made up the triad of Atumbre, which was why they had the tar on the end of their names. Those brothers were really the ones I studied up under and went to classes and went and classes with and stuff like that. You know, one thing this brings like global recognition to your name, because if you look up these names and you look up what the people did, I mean, if you can even find the information, I'm going to look up Hattab and I'm going to find out exactly how I'm probably talking to myself. You never know. I could be picking the wrong name. You never know. But I'm going to talk to myself. I'm going to not. I may talk to myself, trying to figure it out. But I want to also do some research on my name and see where it comes from and see what the person did and everything like that. So I could, just find out like where's everything at on that spectrum of my name and where it comes from and who I am, who I'm supposed to be. I'm gonna be reading for about, I guess, 15-20 minutes. All right, let's continue. You've only had good things to say about Hadu Hotep, but we'll come back to Hadu a bit later. Just wanted to talk a bit more about you. So coming up, who were some of your inspirational teachers? Actually, for me, it was kind of different. Most people who considered themselves Nuwabians came from certain schools or thought they started to study Doc's books. They gravitated towards that mostly because one of the things which are rare about Doc's teachings is that he goes into every other main world religion, then corrects or reforms or corrects or reforms or corrects those teachings. So he's about to take people from all different communities and religious backgrounds, and able to draw them in because he's able to relate to what they are studying or what religion they are practicing. So with me being so young when I came into the teachings, I had never accepted any religion prior to that. So I had never really accepted anything prior to discovering the teachings of Dr. York, Dr. Malachi York. As someone who consistently been in the trenches debating against York, Dr. York's enemies and detractors within the conscious community, what in your opinion is the current state of the Black conscious community created by Sa Neter? Because there has been a lot of criticism against Dr. York from members of the conscious community. So, what's your opinion of that? I personally think the conscious community put together, if we are being factual, I'll have to say it's not really a it's not really a community, because to be a community, you'd have to commune together. So instead, what they have is an internet community or online community. But my opinion of the consciousness community in total, I'm just happy to see people waking up, especially with the youth in our community and stuff like that. There you have it. What is your opinion on the work of Chuck Morgan and others? And bro, this is how many freaking questions? You got freaking forever questions. Oh my gosh, how many questions does he have? The whole interview. Oh, after this, we skipping the goddamn introduction, cause I'm just reading the very beginning stages, and I told you I was not reading the beginning stages. So after these 2 pages, we gonna skip through and we're gonna go straight to the freaking good stuff. What is your opinion on the work of Chuck Morgan and other doing further tarnish the reputation and legacy of Dr. Malachi Z. York, and why having the current leadership of the Nuwaubian Nation responded to the claims made on Chuck Morgan's Nuwaubianism.com webpage? That's a good question, and it's complex, and the rabbit hole is very deep. Long story short, I went to federal prison from 2010 to 2016 and 7 through 17. But when I was released, what I noticed within the organization was that there was division, disunity, separation, and I knew something wasn't right. One of the things that stuck with me first was that the people like Haru Hotep, Consul Hotep, and Mental Hotep, and Noble Anthony Evans, Polite, and all the great students and student teachers and people that were close to Doc were no longer associated with the organization. Bro, that was really that's what really opened my eyes. That let me know something ain't right. How is your right hand people, top teachers, top dogs, no longer around? I knew something wasn't right. So that when I began doing my own personal investigation, literally calling Bushwick bookstore, calling Chicago bookstore, calling Atlanta, asking questions, and then and the more I started to find out, it became unpleasant. Unpleasant. It became unpleasant because I knew from listening to the old tapes, and the doc said that this will happen one day. He said one day some of my followers are going to turn against me and and why these texts are so small? Like if you saw the text, bro, the text was so freaking small, so small. One day, he said, one day my followers are going to turn against me and others will leave. So I stumbled across the aisles of Patmos tapes and others, and then others will leave. So I saw Patmos tapes. I got a hold of the pre-trial transcripts from the website NawabiFacts.com, where they have the whole transcripts, which are probably the best sources for people that want to study the case. Oh, all right. If you want to study the case, that's simple. Go to NawabiFacts.com. I'm going to do it after this video. I should do it now, but I'm gonna stay back for a couple more minutes for y'all. Yeah, we got it. We got it. We got it. We got him. We got him. You hear Shoe Kitty? You hear Shoe? Shoe is the wind deity. Earth is very. One last thing I wanted to tell you before I continue. Earth is very alive. The ground, Geb is Earth is very alive. That's why you see earthquakes, because Geb is mad. Geb needs to shift. Geb needs to move. So it's Shu, Geb, and then it's Ray, Atum Ray or Ray Atum, which is the sun. No, Nun. It's Nun. Ray works with them too, but Nun is the waters. The waters are very alive because they always go back to the source. You can't deny that water goes back to its source over time. It always finds its way back to the source. And you can't kill water. You can't kill water. Like you literally can't kill water. Water will always go back to its source, no matter where it ends up. If it has to go through the seams of the concrete or the grass, it'll always end up back to its source. We are made of water. It's evident. It's you know. I don't know what the source of water is. I should ask Kufu what the source of water is. But yeah, that's that's pretty much water always goes back to its source. You can't deny it. You can't shake it. Can't shake it. All right. Let me see. And so I stumbled across the aisles of Patmos tapes. Then I got a hold of the pre-trial transcripts from website NawabiFacts.com. I got a hold of the pre-trial transcripts where they have the whole transcripts which are probably the best source for people that want to study the case in NawabiFacts.com. They put together brilliantly, and I was listening to another tape where Doc said the same thing, that when the topple of organizations when they topple an organization and destroy the leader, that the nation eventually collapses and the people go in different directions. And it's literally what happens to all organizations: Nation of Islam, Black Panthers, Moorish Science Temple, etc. Bro, I'm gonna say it again. This is gonna be the end of the video. In order to, just like he said, like in order to topple an organization, no matter how powerful they are, you take the leader and then everybody else subsides. That's just what happens. They did that to Malcolm X. They did that to Martin Luther King. It's evident. Like, we were very powerful people. Like, even Dr. Dirk said in one of his lectures, he said, every one of you is a Dr. Malachi. I mean, every one of you is Dr. Martin Luther King waiting to be activated. You got something to say, you just don't know how to say it. We all are just trying to be the best that we can be on this earth. Not all of us, honestly. Some people are just like evil or disagreeable, try not to follow people's directions in order to lead them to better places. But yeah, it's evident that a lot of people are trying to get in people's way. Like, people are jealous, people are things like that. Yeah, envious. It's a lot of different things. It's not complicated because it's very in your face and it's right there. But I guess once you start to realize what it really is, what the world is really hitting for, you'll know how to deal with it and you'll know how to go around it. It's actually not that hard. Don't entertain Six Ether. By any means, I'm telling you, if you don't entertain Six Ether, Six Ether won't even entertain you after a while, because it's been millions of times where as though they already try to call me out, this, that, and the other, get me mad, but I held strong, I ain't even try to entertain them. That don't mean like always turn the other cheek, but you gotta pick your battles wisely. Cause you never know, you can get jumped, you can get killed, shot, something, like anything. You know what I mean? Like, anything is possible around here. So it's just like, really pick your battles wisely. I don't know how to do that really. You just do it. You just do it. Whatever your ancestors are telling you, do it. I shook what I do.